Greetings everyone, Joseph James here. It's January 29th, 2010, the last day of trading for January 2010, guys. Here's your live trade room recap. We had a great day, great month, great week. Before we talk about the trades we took today, though, guys, head to our YouTube page. In the description of this video, you're going to see 3 links. The first link is to watch our live recorded trading sessions. Second link is our 12-month track record. And, of course, the third link is for our free 3-week trial. So make sure you guys check out those important links on our YouTube page. 4 or 6 trades, guys. Gold and crude. We had some small winners, some larger winners. Again, another day of no losses. We don't expect to see days like this very often, but hey, we're happy to see a day full of only winners. Total 86 ticks, guys. 860 USD. We got over $9,000 in the month of January on only 4 contracts and averaging well above $700 USD every single day in the room, guys. What's the most important thing we did today? What did we learn the most today? Well, we had a guest actually ask about some books, right? What books should you be reading? And even though, guys, I'm a big fan of books, I don't really find much value in reading books to learn how to trade. It's almost like if you ask Michael Phelps, right, how can I learn to swim, right? Well, he's probably going to say, jump in the pool, right? Not read a book. You really can't read a book to learn how to trade. Now, of course, books are great for identifying theories and strategies and patterns. Learning patterns is not going to be enough, right? Learning rules, not enough. Knowing the routine, still not enough, guys. You've got to listen to the market. Now, what's the difference between watching the market and listening to the market? Are you watching the most important things, right? Rather than just simply bringing up your charts and looking at the market, are you participating in tape reading? Are you qualifying the patterns, looking for the entry rules, right? Pulling the trigger, treating your demo account like it's a live account. Get in there, feel the market, right? Listen to what it's trying to tell you. The more you do that, the faster you learn and the slower things will get, right? You want to slow down this chaos because I can read a book and I can learn the patterns, but then once I get into the market, what happens? I've got alarms going off, right? The dog's barking, the charts freeze. I've got news events to pay, right? It's chaotic out there. We're going into battle every morning, guys, and if you're not practicing for that battle, guys, you're going to be very ill-prepared. So on Monday morning, come out, treat that demo account like a live account, and, you know, I don't want to say skip the books, but if you have a choice between the books and live market replay or live price action, guys, jump into the market and listen. You'll be happy you did. Let's take a look at the trades we took today, guys. 6 total trades. First trade here, guys. Now, we had 8:30 news this morning. Right, big important news number here. 8:30 GDP, quarterly news numbers, guys. We expected to see a very volatile, high volume environment, guys, after 8:30. We told you guys last night in the prep, be here today at 8:30 because you're going to see some opportunities, and that's exactly what happened here. Now, we got the short-term trend up here, right? Short-term trend is up. We know that by looking at our trigger line. We have a high of day here. So what we're looking for, guys, at the high of day, always looking first for the breaker pattern long. But if we don't see the breaker pattern long set up, we can take the 2-step pattern short. We, of course, bounce off the high of day. We mark up our swing low here. We take the break of that swing low. Now, in this case, guys, we knew what to do to get in, but we also knew what to do to get out. We saw a red pace of a tape. Momentum curled. We saw big buyers step in, and we hadn't filled our first profit target. So stop gets moved from -6 down to entry -1, locks out all that risk, but still gives the trade potential to drop. We got filled here at plus 1 times 4 contracts. It's 4 ticks or 40 USD. So clearly nothing to write home about. But a $4 winner, guys, 4 ticks or 4 ticks, we will take this. As you guys know from yesterday, all we do is keep swinging at the quality trades. They eventually will start working out to be large winners. So, of course, here now, guys, back on the gold here. Again, just after that 8:30 news event, we were really paying attention closely here, guys. We had short-term trend was up. We break above a red line here, 85.5. We mark up our swing high. Once we break above that swing high, green pace of a tape, momentum curling up, lots of big buyers. 842, we got filled to 86.1. We took our +4 target, our +8 target, and then we trailed our stop up to lock in 8 more ticks. 240 USD or 24 ticks, guys. So, in a matter of the first 15 minutes after after this 8:30 news number, guys, we had put close to 30 ticks in, guys, or $300 on only 2 trades. Let's keep going. Next up on crude. Now, of course, we got 2 more here before the U.S. Open, so we were expecting to see some good volume. We got the good volume. All we had to do now was simply wait for the best patterns. Okay, so we had short-term trend was up here, guys. At 8:53, back on crude oil, we have the high of day here, right? lots of resistance, high of day, trend line, lots of overhead resistance. We expect that to hold. We mark up our swing low, right? As price bounces down, mark up our swing low. We break below that swing low, got filled here at 61s, 53 minutes past the hour. This is a two-step, so counter trend trade off the high of day. We got our +4, +3, 14 ticks. Got kind of a lucky bounce here when it came back and stopped us out at entry -1, right? It should be 4 + 1, but of course we got filled there at 4 and +3. So we got 14 ticks or 140 USD on the third trade of the morning here, guys, on crude. Next up, just a couple minutes later, guys, just before the US Open alarm went off at 9:15, short-term trend is down, right? You can see that, my trigger line, nice strong slope to downside. We mark up our swing low once we break below these red lines here. Again, guys, all these levels are automatically located for me, so no need to worry about going out and finding these. My indicators do it all for me. Once we break below that swing low, right, that will normally be our breaker pattern short. Now, in this case, though, we didn't see any large sellers. Okay, there were no large sellers to qualify us for that breaker pattern. So what do? We waited for it to bounce back up. We had a falling trigger line here, and it's called the wave pattern, right? The wave pattern is an extension of a breaker pattern, right? We didn't take the breaker, didn't have any big sellers. So we waited for it to bounce back up, a falling trigger line, and there's your wave pattern short. I'm going to short it, guys, once I see the test of the trigger. Then look down bottom here, you'll see momentum indicator curled and pointed back down. So once I see momentum curl and point down, it tests the trigger line. Big blocks of sellers. Momentum is curling over. We got short there, guys, for the wave entry, right? Great pattern, obviously. 74.30 was the fill, +4, +8, and then we trailed our stop down to lock in 6 more ticks, 22 ticks or 220 USD. Guys, a great way here to finish up the pre-market at 9:12. So at this point, we had $500 or so, right? $600 here, only 4 contracts on 4 trades. So we did a pretty good job here in the pre-market. We expected to see a good environment from trading here after that GDP number at 8:30. Then we waited for the 9:30 market to open up. 9:35 alarm goes off, and now we're looking for more patterns. We see the short-term trend is up, right? My trigger line, nice and steep slope there to the upside. We break above this overhead resistance level, this red line, automatically located on my charts. There's my swing high. We break above that swing high for a breaker pattern long, 83.9. That's a +4. Right, +4 target, stop to entry +1, got kind of lucky there, got filled at +2, that's 12 ticks or 120 USD. Of course, at this point, guys, we've had a great day, looking to finish up our morning on a high note. Last trade of the day, guys, still on gold here, just before 11 o'clock. Now remember, guys, Friday mornings, we expect an early close. Just like everybody else wants to leave the office early on a Friday morning for the weekend, guys, traders are no different. So we expect 11 o'clock is probably going to be the last time we have to trade here. We had the low of day here, guys, on gold. Short-term trend was down. What are we always looking for? Low of day, 2-step long, right? Trend reversal. So we wait for the breaker pattern short, but if we don't see it, we mark up our swing high here. Now it's important, guys, you realize that we have to get above the trigger line on a 2-step for a long trade. For a long trade above the trigger line, then I have all that room to go. So you'll notice here, guys, I had to get above, right, this 77.1 level here. That was my trigger line. Had to get above that trigger. We called it live in the room. I said you got to get above 77.1 because that's going to be your trigger line. And for a 2-step, we got to make sure we have all this room ahead of us. So we broke above the trigger line. 77.1 was the trigger. We got filled there at 77.3, +4, +1, 10 ticks or 100 USD to finish up the morning. All right, guys. So total them all up, guys. 86 ticks, 860 USD. A great way to finish up our week and our month here. First month of 2010. Let's prep for February 1st. Next Monday, guys, it's 8:20 golden currencies. 8:30, guys, beer next Monday, 8:30, personal income and personal spending. That will be a good catalyst for volume. 9 o'clock, crude opens up. 9:30, U.S. open. And at 10 o'clock on Monday, we have our construction spending and our ISM index. Let's recap. Guys, come out and join us on Monday morning. 7:45 will open up. That's all Eastern time. Tuesdays and Thursdays, free webinars right in the live trade room, so don't miss that next Tuesday, Thursday. The beginner's course has all kinds of great information about our entry rules and our setups. Great for first-time trial members. And, of course, don't forget, guys, the price increase coming Sunday night at midnight. Okay, we're going to raise prices, guys, for February 1st. Guys, contact sales. We might have some leftover discount coupons for January's pricing. But don't wait too long, guys. As of Monday morning, this price will be rising. What a wonderful month so far. Had a great day today, guys. If you're not coming out and seeing us, guys, you're really missing out. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday morning. My name is Joseph James. See you then.